Friends, in the rideshare business, in the gig business, you got to be colorblind, right? If you know that you have some deep hatred or racist attitude somewhere festering deep inside your body, don't get into this business. Now, this was captured on a video.
Under fire from their Uber driver. News 2
Raging.
hands on multiple videos of racial slurs, erratic driving, and screaming.
It got very scary. To the point where I didn't know whether we'd have to protect ourselves.
Milligan and her daughter were traveling to Charleston from Atlanta when their car broke down in Aiken. The mother and daughter were forced to call an Uber to finish the trip.
The driver was erratic, driving recklessly. He was constantly calling us.
During videos, the driver can be heard using several racial slurs, yelling at Milligan and her daughter. It can be seen with no hands on the wheel for several seconds. Milligan says there were times she didn't know if they'd survive.
I was constantly monitoring his GPS to make sure we were still en route, even though he wouldn't let us out.
Shaken from the event, Milligan says the video highlights a larger problem within Uber, a lack of safety, both physical and verbal, for passengers. Now she plans to sue the company and driver in hopes of change.
I'm not sure how extensive the background checks are, but this person is not somebody that should be driving anybody. We were not treated with any type of respect.
Milligan's attorney, Sean Wilson, says the lawsuit will be filed in California, where Uber is headquartered, and believes new safety measures should go beyond stricter background checks.
Making sure that if something does happen to somebody, that they have a panic or an emergency button. The way, hey, look, we can track it down and get to some help.
Seeking justice, sweeping changes in safety, and an apology, Milligan says she was thankful her and her daughter made it to Charleston safely.
It was scary. It got very scary. So, yeah.
So, firstly, no human being should have to tolerate that type of abuse. And it goes both ways, right? So this happens to be a passenger verbally abused by a driver using lots of racist comments. You already heard my take on that. The driver should not be in this business. But also the other way around, right? Drivers take a ton of abuse. And if anything, if I could add and request that this attorney representing this wonderful lady and her child, if he could also include verbiage, if he pushes for safety, which is great, right? That's why they're bringing this lawsuit in California. If they could push for general safety of passengers and drivers, right? Not just focus on background checks or more extensive background checks on drivers. We are the only group of people that already have to go through those various steps, right? Checking us out. Are we legit? Are we okay? Sure, the company can do better, but they got to do it for both sides. So if he files this lawsuit and he comes across this video, my request to this gentleman would be, make sure, yes, safety is the number one concern for both sides. Passengers need to have background checks and drivers need to have background checks. So seize this moment to improve the system. Any type of headache issue, any type of abuse, any type of deactivation you suffer from these companies, don't take it to court. Ask me how. I have helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of drivers get reactivated, get their monies, get paid, get their damages, their loss of earnings. It's not difficult, folks. I just have to show you in a couple of simple steps how to take your power back. Never, ever allow these companies to abuse you. Have a great day, and I do want to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Curial. Go check them out, download the app. You can have anything delivered. They pay up to $30 an hour. Great additional app to have in your portfolio. And then also Display Ride. Right now, Display Ride, that's sort of non-stop monitoring while you have a passenger on board. All of that footage is being uploaded into a cloud. So if need be, you can always call upon that footage. For example, in this case, this would have been recorded. So he would have been in trouble, right? Obviously using Display Ride, because he himself was the abuser, but it would have already been captured and stored in the cloud. So if need be, that passenger could have subpoenaed those records from Display Ride. It works both ways, right? It's there to protect the rider and the driver. Have a great day, folks, and please leave your feedback. Thank you.